Our next question then. A circuit is protected by a 20 amp BS3036 semi-enclosed rewirable fuse. The minimum permissible current rating IZ of a conductor protected by this fuse should be. So as we first look at this question, what goes through our head? Well, we know that IB is less than or equal to IN, which is less than or equal to IZ, because we've gone over and over that. We know that. And so we're thinking there's IZ, and it must be less than or equal to. So therefore, potentially A is out, Gary.
Yeah,
I'm ruling it out just on that.
Just on that concept. Yeah, no, that's a good start.
But that leaves us 3 values that it could be. So how do we get tighter in on that?
Okay, right. We need to break this down into the fact that it's a rewirable fuse,
Yeah.
which are still permitted.
Yeah.
And we also need to know the conductor is protected by that particular fuse. Okay, and there's a risk there. They're not as efficient as circuit breakers, so they're going to take a little bit more current to operate. Equal to a bit more. I mean, we're still guessing, all right. So, but there is an actual formula there to look at it. But before we go there, I'd just like to sort of just touch back on there. I know in our deeper learning and understanding section in part 4, we cover this. So don't panic. This is just a refresher. This is the time current characteristic curve in Appendix 3. So on page
366. If you've got your book, have a look.
366. Yeah. Over here we've got the time that it would take to operate the device, and this is the amount of current that is needed to affect that operation.
And I've seen people confused by the fact this is logarithmic.
Yeah, that's a good point, that. So look, this is 1 amp, this is 10 amp, and this is 100. I'm only going to stop there. So look, each line after 1 is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10th one. When you move to this side, we're going to jump in blocks of 10, because this is 10, this is 20, this is 30, this is 40, and it goes all the way up to 90 and then 100. So let's just stop there. This line here represents the 20 amp fuse, 45. So we'll look at that one. Yeah. So I'm just going to make an example. If I put 30 amps into the circuit,
doesn't touch the line.
Doesn't touch the line. So it will never disconnect. So in sort of overload situations, you could load this circuit up and it'd be getting nice and warm.
And we're talking gentle overload, aren't we?
Yeah, just plug in a few appliances, 1 and 2, washing machine, tumble dryer, microwave oven or whatever. And this would be sort of nicely cooking already 50% above its rated value. So what I'm going to do now is just increase this from 30 to 40 amps. Does it touch the line?
Well, it looks like it does intersect at some point there, but we're looking at 10,000 seconds, which is just under 3 hours, 2.7.
Yeah,
3 hours.
That's a risk of fire, David. I mean, we can't go down that route. So we've got to protect the cable. So what we need to do is apply some correction factors here.
Okay.
Now this is all covered in Appendix 4. So if you turn to page 376, you'll find that there's a section there covering the relationship of current carrying capacity to other circuit parameters.
So these are our correction factors. So we've got things like ambient temperature and thermal insulation, but none of these apply.
No, not in this case. We're only interested in CF, which is semi-enclosed fuse, which is a rewirable fuse. No values given here.
No, but there is a way of knowing this, isn't there?
Oh yeah, right opposite the next page. All right, that's the one we're looking at. Right on the next page, 377. This is the size of the conductor needed for the semi-enclosed fuse, which is 1.45 divided by 2, and we're looking at a rating factor, CF, of 0.725.
And the reason that figure is arrived at, this is for circuit breakers, isn't it?
That is for circuit breakers, and rewirable fuses need twice as amount as current, so we just divide the two.
Okay.
Two values, 1.45
so it's
divided.
half.
Yeah, so 0.25. So now we need to put this into a formula, so bear with me on this one. Right, we're going to use this formula, but don't panic, because we are only interested in
that bit.
Yeah, that bit there. So let's have a look at that. It's IT is equal to IN over CF. Okay? The rating of the device was 20 amps. So all we need to do is divide by that correction factor, which is 0.725. So the answer is anything you divide by a number lower than 1 will always be greater than, and the answer is 27.6 amps.
And there it is. Answer C. Now there is another route into this, Gary, because you could if you chose to go to the index, you could look up fuses here, and there is overload protection by, and you'll find semi-enclosed 433.1.202. So it does actually reference that same piece of information. There we are, 433.1.202, and it gives you the point.
Yeah, that's good. That's
75.
2 places.
So there's various routes in, and you can choose your way in.
Yep.
As indeed is the message for life. We hope you found that useful. I should stress that the questions we're addressing in this series aren't official exam questions taken from any paper, but they're very typical of the sort of thing you find on questions from any of the examining bodies for the 18th edition. If there's a question or a subject that you'd like us to address in these sessions, then please do drop me a line, dave.austin@learninglounge.com, or you can simply enter the question in the comments box below.
And don't forget, there are more questions on our website, learninglounge.com/18. And even more questions when you subscribe to one of our courses.